Hi everyone, I'm Sandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing my March reading plans with everyone. It is a little bit earlier than I would normally put out kind of my March or my next month's reading plans, but my filming schedule is kind of all off and I don't have another day that I really felt like I could do this particular video. So you get an early glimpse into what I'm currently planning. But there is some uncertainty in it because I don't know yet how many BookTube Prize books I will have left to finish in March. So it's not going as well as I want. In my head, I thought I would have 4 done, and in reality, I have 2.5 done. So I'm a little bit behind on where I wanted to be for the BookTube Prize, but I still have several days left in the month, so we'll see how it all flushes out. But for March, oh, March has so many wonderful BookTube events in it, and I struggle every single year with wanting to participate in every single one of them. I was pulling books and stacking books and getting all excited about the books that I was picking, and then I started to get anxiety and get really overwhelmed just looking at this massive stack of books that I had. The events that occur in March, there's March Mystery Madness, there is Middle Grade March, and there's March of the Mammoths are the 3 events that I always want to participate in. March of the Mammoths is reading a book that is of significant size, I think over 800 pages. I can't remember if there's an actual limit in there. The book I have for March definitely qualifies. March Mystery Madness has a prompt this year called Spring Cleaning, and then I believe, or is the theme of spring cleaning, and then there are 4 prompts in there, I think: lather, rinse, repeat. I can't remember all of them. I will leave all of that information linked in the description below for you, though, if you want to go and check out some other channels. And the last one is being Middle Grade March, is just to read middle grade books. So yeah, lots of amazing events. So when I'll share with everyone the initial books I had kind of picked up, which were these. I mean, it feels like a lot when I look at it. And then in my head, I also said, well, I have a couple other mystery books, these ones. And then I have, this BookTube Prize book I need to finish. And then I have this BookTube Prize book that I haven't started yet. And I mean, it's like I lose my mind in March. I mean, I lose my mind a lot for TBRs anyway, but March is particularly over full because I love mystery. I don't get to read enough mystery. I like reading middle grade, and I don't get to read enough middle grade. So, yeah, I tend to start to go a little bit overboard. But in looking at this, I did decide that's not going to be my TBR because it's stressing me out to look at it. So I have pared it down to the committed reads, my book club, and my few projects that I have committed to reading. So it's not that big list. But the other thing that's stressing me out a little bit. The other thing that's stressing me out a little bit is this book, which is upside down. This book, which is J. Edgar Hoover, G-Man, which is one of the books I have for the BookTube Prize, because look at this. It's 700 plus pages. 700 plus pages. This is a lot, and I have a few days left in the month of February. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get to this one in February. So this is part of what's adding to my stress in March, because this is a big book. So my book club pick for March I picked with March of the Mammoths in mind, which is, of course, Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I have wanted to read this for a number of years. I have read The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm really excited to read this. One of my friends recently read it and loved it, said it was a 5-star read. I believe Mark over at Booktime at Elvis and Summer over at Sterling Reads also have read this with my friend Sonia recently, and as far as I know, they all loved it. So I really want to read this one in March. This is my primary read in March. But with this book, and this book, you're talking 2,000 pages just between these two. So that's why I'm having to scale back and not participate in every single event that I want to participate in. Now, The other thing is my 1001 books for March is limited to just that one, Victor Hugo's Les Miserables, because with everything else, I just don't see how I would have room. So if I can pick up something, I will. But as of right now, no, is where I'm at. So what am I actually going to read then in March? The first one is this one, Louise Penny's Still Life. This is for my read a new author, new to me author every month. I am enjoying that project quite a bit. And so I am really looking forward to picking this one up. And I will get to do this essay buddy read with Britta Bowler because neither one of us have read Louise Penny. So that will be really fun. I've heard good things about the series, but also to not really give up on the series after this one book, because this one book isn't necessarily representative of why people love the series. So Louise Penny's Still Life, that is a buddy read. And then I am doing a buddy read with my friend Angela, and we are going to be reading Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Raybourn. Love the red and black on this cover. Again, can't wait to read this one. These two books I think are going to be good offsets to this big monster of Les Miserables. Fun, easy reads. Hopefully that's what I'm going for with these other books that I'm selecting. So Killers of a Certain Age, we'll be reading that with Angela. Very excited. I am continuing my nonfiction reading and my series about health in the body and books about the body. And this month I will be reading The Body Is Not an Apology by Sonia Renee Taylor. I will be doing this as a buddy read with Amanda from my Reading and Writing Life. It is not a thick volume, so I'm very excited to pick this particular one up. And this says The Power of Radical Self-Love. And I definitely feel like I need some self-love right now because the last two books about the body have been hard. So I'm looking forward to this particular one. My other project was to pick a subscriber favorite and read one per month for that. And the book that I selected for this month is this one, Death and the Penguin by Andrei Kurkov. This was a recommendation by my subscriber DQAN. So I'm very, very thrilled to be reading this particular one. I love, again, a red and black cover, a red, black, and white cover. It's not super thick, so I think this is a great one as well to pick up in March. And that's it. That's all I'm committing to outside of the BookTube Spin book TBR tackle that's hosted by Sarah over at Freshly Read Books, and the Book Bully. Those ones are, that one I know I want to try and read. Hopefully it won't be Demon Copperhead, which is really long. If the prompt in March for that is read the longest book you have, I don't know how successful I'll be, but that is where I'm stopping, is with that. I mean, feels much more manageable when I look at it. It's not stressing me out when I look at it. And even with the G-Man in it, it's still a lot of book, but it feels more reasonable. So that's where I'm going to go right now, is that, and hope that I am some way finish a bunch of these and I can pick up some of my other books, because I have so many great mystery books I would love to read. I have Agatha Christie, The Hollow, which would be a TBR veteran. I have The Girl on the Train, which is another subscriber favorite. That's one by Sandra Hollins. I have the first of another one of my try new author, which is Anthony Horowitz and the Magpie Murders. Great murder mysteries for March Mystery Madness. I mean, and then the other one I have is Cutter and Bone by Newton Thornburg, which is a detective novel. The Bone saw the killer, Cutter knew the motive. I wanted to read that one for quite a while. These four were for March Mystery Madness, which are going to go back on the shelf. I'm not even going to put them on the pile of possibilities. They're just going back on the shelf. The 1001 book was going to be The Green Man. Putting it aside, not going to happen. And the middle grade March was going to be The Mysterious Benedict Society, which funnily enough was on the TBR last year and I also didn't get to it. It's also going back on the shelf and not going on the TBR list. And if I have time after finishing these, I will pick up one of those. But I feel better already just lightening that to this level. I think it's the right decision for me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. reading is my joy. I love reading. Reading is so much fun for me. It's the thing I do for entertainment, and looking at all those books just causing me stress just said, no, that's just not how I want to be approaching my reading in March. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Scaled back to a reasonable TBR for the most part. If I didn't have the BookTube Prize book, I might change that, but I have to finish those. So have you read any of these books? Are you going to read Les Miserables? Have you read Les Miserables? Did you think it was the 5-star read that I've been hearing about? I hope so. I hope it's one that is just a page turner and I can blow through it really quickly. I don't think so. I think it's going to take me a few weeks at least. At least it may go into April. We'll see. But that's kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. Curious of your thoughts. What do you think of my reading plans in March? Are you participating in any of the events? Really curious. I will have TBR Envy for March Mystery Madness and Middle Grade March because I would love to be reading more for that. But I'm going to get through the second longest book on my 2023 TBR, which is this one, Les Miserables. I'm going to get through it, and then I will only have one monster left. Good place. It'll be a good place. All right. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, thanks. Bye.